Hey, sexy people. We just wanted to make a note about this week's podcast. We broadcasted live for the first time on Twitch, and one of our many, many mistakes was the mic input. So we apologize for the potato quality, and we'll be making sure that we don't make that mistake again in the future. Anyway, hope you all enjoy the show.
Welcome to Waxing Pixels, a video game podcast on Battle Geek Plus. Battle Geek Plus is a Twitch channel, also a YouTube channel. It's been a YouTube channel for a long time, but now it is also a Twitch channel, and it's going to become more of a Twitch channel, which is why we're doing this today. Yeah. We're in me and Heather's new place, and hey Gabe,
hey Gabe, good to see you, man. For those who don't know, Gabe is one of our new channel moderators, and he's been a pretty active part of the streams, and also our music composer Chris Zofer Ninja is also a mod on the streams too. So
I didn't know any of that. I learned something.
And also our pal John, aka BoobTube, he's also a mod. So we have 3 mods besides us.
You're just giving jobs to all of our friends. That's all you're doing. No matter their qualifications.
So they're plenty qualified.
So yeah, like I was saying before, I'm Josh. And with me, there's Heather.
Hi.
And Ryan.
Hey.
Frank is stuck in Minus World. Or he has to work
now you're able to try the joke.
Now I'm able to try it because now I have a second chance at life. Anyway, don't mind the box. This is how I'm kind of cutting out some of the echo. We'll make it a little more purdy for future stuff. When I put this together, I never imagined I would actually be using it in front of a live audience with camera. Like, this is normally for voiceover crap.
We should get a bunch of stupid stickers and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Decorate it. But yeah, it's a cardboard box with egg cartons in there and a Blue Yeti microphone, and it kind of absorbs some of the echo. So, what is that? Katie Universe, thank you for hosting us.
Yay!
We love being hosted, just like anybody else does. So thank you for the kind gesture. Anyway, let's move on. Lutz? There's no design.
Oh wait, we're not.
We don't have any crates in here, honey.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Loot Crate, not yet.
Not yet, but we do have some pretty awesome stuff from PDP, who has given us controllers, given us Pixel Pals, all kinds of stuff like that. And let's see, and then you got an Elgato for streaming on your end, right?
Oh yes. Yeah, so I'd like to give a shout out to another of our sponsors, Elgato, who sent me a free HD60 that I use which I use for my broadcasting on normal days when I play games.
Right. Anyway, so let's move on to our first segment.
Or actually, what have we been playing?
That's our first segment. What you playing is our first segment.
It's been so long since we've
done this. It's been 2 weeks. Our first segment is What You Playing. Anybody who's listened before, that's what we do. I used to ask how you doing, but nobody knows how they're doing or their lives are horrible. So we
discussed this so many times. It's just that everyone looks at each other like, oh, who wants to go first?
Well, see...
And then you would feel like, oh, everybody's a stupid head and doesn't understand English. I'll talk first.
Because everybody's a stupid head and doesn't understand English. That's how it is. So, what you playing? We're going to go first with Heather, like we always do. What you playing?
I'm not playing nothing.
Yeah, you are.
Nothing. Well, I was playing Sonic again the other day.
Yeah.
And it didn't take me very long to shut it off. Because I fucking hate underwater levels. Those are the worst.
I got through that one alright, because I just go bubble to bubble.
Well, I keep getting to the end of the first part of the zone, and Robotnik's blowing shit up, and then you have to run away from the water and whatever.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
My timing is always off, and I go up the first ramp, and I get crushed. Yeah. So I wanted to break the Switch in half.
Thank you for not doing that.
No, and
they're still hard to find.
And I know that I'm gonna have to ask Frank for his Steam info because I want to play Shantae.
And I also thought you were also playing, The Sims in real life, trying to, get everything in his house moved.
Oh well, yeah. I was Tetrising the shit out of my car the last day that we moved.
See,
so.
you were LARPing Tetris, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, everybody. I'm trying to find stuff to retweet so people know that this is happening. Ryan.
Spread the word.
He's so bad at that. He's always on his phone. He can't focus on nothing. But
right. So, Ryan, what you playing?
Well, anyways, I've been playing Mario Rabbids and Metroid Samus Returns, but those aren't the important games. The most important game I've been playing, well, I played last week because it was only in limited beta, was DragonBall FighterZ.
DragonBall FighterZ.
FighterZ, yes.
Wait. Is it plural or singular?
I have no idea.
No, it's FighterZ.
FighterZ.
If you look at the katakana, it's FighterZ.
Okay.
It's not FighterZ. It's Fighters.
Well, I don't know. I'm just used to separating Z from the Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Fighters. Fighters. Get it right.
Okay, so
big fan.
So the funny thing is, Josh and I, we signed up for the beta on the PS4, and I signed up under 4 email addresses, and all 4 of them got rejected.
Awesome.
I signed up under 1, like a good Dragon Ball fan, and got nothing.
Nothing.
So,
I didn't sign up for shit because he was gonna do that.
I did.
It probably would have been nice, but if 4 of my email addresses were rejected, then I don't think we would have had much of a chance, anyways.
So how did you get it on the beta then?
Okay, so I heard that Xbox had it under their Insider tab. So I checked the Insider tab when all the beta codes were going out. I didn't get it yet, and so I was about to give up and say, hey, I'm going to play Super Dragon Ball Z this weekend instead.
I saw you Photoshop your face on the
Yeah, I made that image, but then...
Oh, yeah, of course, Goku, yeah.
But then our pal Maria, a.k.a. Miss DBZ Babe, she DMs me on Twitter saying, oh, hey, if you have an Xbox, the Xbox beta for Dragon Ball FighterZ is available. I'm like, oh my god. And so, yes, I'm able to download it.
You pooped yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little.
Just a little. Okay, but now here is where the problems lie, and which is why I kind of understand why they limited it on the PS4. So, Xbox users, I think this is what happened. So, Bandai Namco got a lot of complaints that, like only PS4 users were able to get it, and only a limited amount of PS4 users were able to get it. So, they let the Xbox beta be open for everybody, which led to a lot of problems because there's so many people wanting to play it. So when I played it on Saturday morning, which was the first time available, I was not able to get in the lobby, but they gave me an option to play, I think, called trial matches, where they give you like 3 random characters, and you just have to fight random computers, and the computers are really, really easy to beat since they're kind of just more for practicing your moves. Like, I can just... I can charge up my ki while the computer's just standing there, and it just might hit me once.
I don't know why, but whenever you said, I could be charging my ki while, and I just, in my head, I thought of you, frying an egg, or taking out the trash, mowing the lawn.
Yeah, while my opponent just standing there, just like...
Yeah.
And so, I played that on Twitch for about half an hour because, it was really awesome to play Dragon Ball FighterZ but against the computer is just so easy to beat that it got old really fast. So I played it for half an hour, I did my errands, and then I came back at 7 or 8 at night for the second beta, and I was finally able to get into the main lobby where you have this little chibi mini character, which looks really cute, and so I chose Chibi Vegeta as my avatar.
Is that where that GIF came from?
Yeah.
Of 18 and Krillin and it was fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen this GIF.
I retweeted it amongst all the other Android 21 fan art.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably missed it.
Yeah. So let's see. But the problem is when you want to join a match, you're waiting a very, very long time. And, half of my broadcast on Twitch was mostly just waiting. And so, Gabe was there. And so during the meantime, I was just kind of showing off some of my Dragon Ball stuff, the Japanese Resurrection F Blu-ray set, the Japanese Battle of Gods Blu-ray set. And then I finally got into a match, and, I played some people, and people are good, but then it took so long just to get into another match. And then one of our Twitter followers, I think you know this guy, Mr. Ninja?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Ninja. He joined me in the same Xbox lobby. And then someone else on Twitter, someone I didn't follow previously, but now but now I follow him. So like we all got into the same lobby, but then we could not fight each other. And then a couple of matches later, then we're all kicked off the server. Like the whole thing just goes blank.
I saw that you had tweeted about getting kicked off.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
So like, what did Ryan do to get kicked off of?
So we're
Could be
all
lots of reasons.
Yeah, so we're all kicked off, and then we get to play the trial matches again. But the trial matches can only be so fun for so long. And so then, the third beta time comes Sunday, like around 1. So I play people again. I don't play it on Twitch. But now people have gotten so good to the point where they're pretty much Marvel versus Capcoming to it. They're, how would I say it? Marvel versus Capcom toing it, where I cannot even move at all. They just juggle me in the air like the entire match. I can't even switch my character.
Frank's gonna hate that. Frank's gonna hate that so much. He hates juggling. It's one of the reasons why he hates Tekken immensely.
Right.
But it's one of the reasons why I like Tekken, is because you can juggle. So
I think you
maybe
love
we'll
this
play
game.
this together.
maybe you guys will be in trouble.
So like I pretty much have to.
I'm up for the challenge.
Well, I pretty much have to start every match blocking because I know if I attack, I'm done. I cannot even move. Like maybe out of the 5 matches I played, I win 1 of them because I'm at least paired up with another newbie. And then after that, it ends, and so I still have.
And you cry a little.
Yeah, I cry, but I cry in joy because the game is just so incredible.
Oh my god, it looks so
It
pretty.
is amazing in action. It's amazing, even more amazing than when we played it at Anime Expo in E3. Well, since we have more characters to choose from. If I had to choose a character I liked the most, I actually like Krillin the most. Well,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because he has the Senzu bean. He
Sensui!
like he has the solar flare, and then he also has the Kamehameha. You can just shoot like a regular fireball rather than like using it as one of those charge attacks.
I heard when he was announced that they made him specifically not to be a super strong character to beat everyone with, but to be a really, really good assist.
Yeah, no, he's really good at assist. Yeah, and he's also small too. So when I'm fighting Majin Buu and Android 16, I can duck under their big attacks a lot. And so, but now anyone who has the beta on their PS4 or Xbox One, it's not going to connect to the network anymore, so you can't play trial matches in the meantime. But hopefully in January, January is going to be the next open beta where everybody's invited.
A month before it comes out.
Yeah.
I foresee lots of crashing servers.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because Xbox crashed a lot. Well, obviously, because I was there, but I heard the PlayStation 4 users, we're only waiting like 5 to 6 minutes between each match.
Well, that was a much more closed beta. It was much less.
So I'm not as salty about it now because I understand why they have to limit it to as many people as they did.
I wasn't salty at all because that weekend we went to
wasted.
a wedding with an open bar, and that was pretty rad.
Yeah, I texted you guys saying, "Hey, you want to come over for DragonBall FighterZ?" And no, we're just gonna go to a wedding.
Yeah, well,
it was amazing.
My jiu-jitsu coach got married, and so all the people from the gym were there, all dressed up nice and everything, and there were no mats anywhere, but we were still greeting each other like we were coming into class, like slap up and all this stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, but if I got invited, I could have brought the Xbox over for everyone.
No, you couldn't have. It was in the middle of nowhere. It was outside.
In the middle of nowhere.
Like they emphasized on the fact that during the ceremony, they were all like, don't take your phones out, don't take pictures, don't record this.
Shit. Okay.
You're supposed to be enjoying it. We hired professional photographers and videographers for a freaking reason.
Well, I could have been a professional DragonBall FighterZ Xbox provider.
I don't know where the hell you would have plugged that in at all.
But, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the DJ had all the outlets covered.
And he would be like, no.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Well, although he would probably be playing it himself while we had to dance.
He didn't seem like the video game type.
No.
Okay.
But it was pretty rad. We had a good weekend anyway.
I ate so many tacos.
Right?
So many tacos.
And I really haven't been playing anything because we've been busy moving and all this stuff. So, and like pretty much the first chance we've had to sit down and play video games, I didn't play video games. Instead, I watched one of my current favorite streamers, Spicy Back Pain, here on Twitch. Just all one word, Spicy Back Pain. He is a Canadian gentleman from Alberta who likes to stream retro games, and I found him on a stream that he does every week called Turtle Tuesday.
Ooh, Turtle Tuesday.
Turtle Tuesday actually starts on Monday night at like 11 p.m. Mountain Time, but he streams way into the night, so it's Tuesday for the majority of the time he's streaming. So he calls it Turtle Tuesday, where he plays the first NES Turtles, and he tries to kind of speed run it without glitches, and right now he's going for a sub 30, so less than half an hour to beat it. Right now he's at like 33 minutes. Got a new PB last night because I showed him a really awesome strategy for purposefully losing a turtle after you get the missiles. So that you get out of the building faster, which then he just does that, and then going through the airport, going through the regular route through the airport, you just come across a downed turtle anyway, so you pick him back up and you just continue the game as is. So that cut like several minutes out of his time, as well as another strategy he developed. So, pretty rad.
If anybody can hear a cat, I apologize. Clunk's locked up in the bedroom. He's not very happy about it. But yeah, with the way the setup of the apartment is, it's smaller than our last place. So the living room where we're sitting is a lot closer to the bedroom, and he's like an air raid siren. So just know that that cat is alive and well and being fed and taken care of. He's just very upset that he is put away.
Otherwise, he would come right out here and sit right by the microphone and
just start screaming. Yeah.
So he would be doing the same thing, just in this room.
Like which Heather cuts out of the audio version.
Exactly.
Yeah, most often.
So, anywho, that's it for what you're playing. Let's move on to some newsy type segments. Alright, what do we want to talk about first? We got like 4 topics tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot.
We got some Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff. We'll come back to Dragon Ball FighterZ later. I know we talked a lot about it already, but there's some new info out there. I'm pointing at the microphone instead of the camera. And then there is some stuff about the Tomb Raider movie. And then there's a couple of Nintendo topics. Surprise, we're talking about Nintendo, right?
God, what a shock.
Oh my god. What a shock. Anyway.
We should call it like the Nintendo Pixels podcast now.
Not pretty much waxing Nintendo's Wiimote. That's what we should call it.
Nice try.
Right? No, I was just trying to think of like, it just didn't work. But anyway, so let's, when doesn't Nintendo get discussed, Gabe? You know what? Almost every podcast.
I think maybe like 4 podcasts altogether.
Out of like 50 something.
This is 53.
Is it?
This is 53.
Oh, it's 53, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 53.
This is 53.
Ooh, maybe now I'm maybe it's 54.
I don't know.
Yes, I don't know, but we did hit 52 weeks.
I actually think it's 53, yeah.
53, okay.
And how many times did we not talk about Nintendo?
Maybe like 4 times.
Okay.
So, but we'll save the Nintendo for a little bit later. Right now, I'll go ahead and make the executive decision here. The Tomb Raider trailer, and the poster, and some trailer for a trailer.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I saw it on Twitter, it was all like, oh my god, the trailer for Tomb Raider. I'm like, okay, let's see how this is. And it was all like, you watch it, it's like 15 seconds. I was like, oh, that's really short. And it was all like, the trailer drops tomorrow. I was like, did I watch a trailer for a fucking trailer?
You did.
The fuck?
So that was stupid. Yeah. But today, just a few hours ago, the trailer itself did drop. There was a poster that came out a day or two before that, Lara Croft, being all Lara Crofty and stuff. This Tomb Raider movie is based off of the Crystal Dynamics series of Tomb Raider games. And so far, I don't know, my reaction when I watched the trailer, it was about a minute long, I guess it was more of a teaser, was that it pretty much looks like the games that we've been playing these past several years of these most recent 2 main title Tomb Raider games.
The axe.
You got the pickaxe. You got the bow.
Well, they call it the Devil's C, but the Devil's Triangle.
Right. You mean like the way she's dressed is pretty much exactly out of the game. She's got like the same sort of build.
A part of me is kind of concerned because we all know that movies based off video games tend to not go well.
Right.
So I don't know. Has there been a movie that ended up being good? Oh my god.
That scared the crap out of me.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me go check and see what the cat's doing.
Well, I would probably say
I don't think there's really been one that's gone like really well.
I mean, there's I guess Mortal Kombat 1.
The first Mortal Kombat did really well.
Hey.
See, listen to that air raid siren.
How about you come and sit with me and be quiet and snuggle?
So
right, the cats are
back. Yeah, the first Mortal Kombat movie, that one went over pretty well.
Oh yeah, okay. Is there anything else?
I mean, like people ironically like the Street Fighter movie now.
Okay.
You know, Raul Julia, of course. You know,
of course.
All of that. But nothing like legit.
Right.
Like, but I mean, nowadays even like
Prince of Persia was.
Right, that Assassin's Creed movie didn't go anywhere.
How about the Ratchet and Clank movie?
Oh, hey, that one.
Well, that one, like, okay, there's, like, that game was made for the purpose so that they could make a movie, and it was exactly the game. Like, if you played the game and you watched all the cutscenes, you watched, I would say, 75% of the movie.
Okay.
And the rest of what you didn't see were just, like, them stringing those scenes together. So, I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. I fucking enjoyed it because I'm a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. And, what?
Gabe also mentioned in the chat, he mentioned the Resident Evil films.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so the RE films, I always enjoyed them.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first three.
There we go.
Yeah.
Up to 3. After that, just don't waste your time. They don't happen.
They were pretty cool, yeah.
But okay, so that was a good one. But then like with Ratchet and Clank, like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a massive Ratchet and Clank fan. Like I sat there in theater with a stupid grin on my face the whole fucking time, even though I already knew what was happening because I had already played the game. But it was really more of a just, you know, here you go, fans, enjoy that. And we're all like, yay! You know, anybody who went into that movie too serious, you're doing it wrong. Let's see. So, the original Tomb Raider movies.
I wasn't the biggest fan of those.
The first one I enjoyed.
Okay.
The second one, no. Let's see. The first Pokemon movie is pretty decent, but I feel like it's cheating because of the TV show. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I totally went and seen that movie in theaters when I was a kid. My dad thought it was stupid as hell, and but he took me, and I fucking loved it. So, no, Clunk, why?
He's all like celery.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw the Warcraft movie last year. I enjoyed it, but it was very flawed, and I think it would really benefit from a sequel, but it might not happen since it didn't do that well.
Oh yeah, I remember like a lot of people bashing it when it came out.
I mean, I can understand its bashing, but I would say they tried to. Well, I would say it would benefit so much more off an R rating since the games are violent, and like they toned it down so much.
I also feel like in regards to animated films versus live action, there's a huge difference. So things like, you know, Tomb Raider is pretty meh. Prince of Persia, that was just way off base. Mortal Kombat, that one was just kind of a one-off good movie.
Yeah.
Then, you know, but then you get like the animated stuff. So like with Pokemon and with like, you know, Ratchet and Clank, I feel like there's less pressure to get it right because there's not a whole lot of restrictions because it's animated. You know, Clunk, please don't.
I heard the Hitman movies were okay at most.
I've talked to some people who've seen it and they're like, me. So.
He's over here trying to be cute.
I know, he's trying really hard to garner everyone else's support and think that we are evil, awful human beings.
Awful human beings.
One of the most spoiled cats in the world. Don't worry about it.
It's not that spoiled.
Honey, he nearly rips my leg off whenever I get the milk out because you always give him milk and you're not supposed to give him milk.
I give him like a drop.
Honey, when he's trying to jump up on the counter and climb up my leg to get milk, whenever I just open the fridge, you're doing it wrong.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Just because he has behavior problems doesn't mean it's my fault.
Oh yeah, Whatever. He's been wanting to take over the show ever since we started.
But
you just didn't see it on
He's
camera.
been trying to take over the show since before there was a show.
Yeah.
Gabe says the cat wants to take over the show. Yes, that's true.
And Chris was just laying there looking at him like, you stupid kid.
Yeah, the other cat.
Don't mind him.
She's
He's
way
just,
over
he's
there.
cleaning himself.
Yeah. So.
He has an audience. He loves it.
So, well, I mean, you can't really see him. You
Yeah,
see his
well.
legs sticking out. It's kind of censored for television.
Yeah.
You know.
For the kids at home.
For the kids at home who don't want to see cat butt.
Yeah.
Cat butt. Cat loves butt. Yeah. Cat loves food. Yeah.
I will say that whenever we were trying to find a trailer for the new Tomb Raider, the first thing that I clicked was the trailer for the trailer, which was stupid. And then I looked up Tomb Raider trailer, and it gave me the link for the original Tomb Raider. And we were all really confused. And I was like, wait, why is she doing flips and shit like in the old movies? Oh, wait.
Right? Yeah, like she was hanging upside down.
Jolie.
She was hanging upside down, and then and you just see her as like a silhouette, and then it cuts to like her hips, and she's got the clips on there, and she goes to like reload, and it was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like, oh, she has those in the movie. Oh, it's the Angelina Jolie movies.
Yeah. Oh my god, so much fur.
So, speaking of cats and their loving food and all that stuff, I think it's time to switch back over to talk about fighters a little bit.
Oh, well, actually, so who's going to see Tomb Raider, though?
Oh, so far it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well,
If I've got time, I don't. What?
Well, since I have, since I got that movie pass where you pay $10 a month and watch whatever movie you want, I'm probably going to see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, usually when we go see movies, it's usually, like, on the $6 day down at Triangle.
Okay.
So,
I mean, we still haven't seen, what was it, Atomic Blonde?
Atomic Blonde, yeah. Still haven't seen that. We haven't...
It's promising. May check it out. Cool. Let's see, and then we've got a follow. Hooray! I can't read. My glasses are awful. I haven't seen an optometrist in like 15 years.
Yeah, that's a really small text from really far away.
Thank you, famous device. I think that's what the name was.
Oh, okay.
I barely caught it.
Fantastic. We need to, like, make that a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Thanks,
famous
chatbot.
device.
Yeah,
Famous device.
Chat.
Thank you for the
Thanks
follow.
for the follow.
Whoop,
That's super rad.
whoop, whoop.
If you're like new to this, right now we are doing our very first live version of our podcast called Waxing Pixels. You can download an audio version of it on Thursdays. We record it on Tuesdays. And Ryan, he does a lot of streaming on this channel. So that's what's going on. I'm Josh, that's Ryan, this is Heather.
Hi.
So anyway, now let's move on to our Dragon Ball FighterZ topic.
Right.
So you were talking about fighters earlier because
Yeah.
of the beta and stuff like that. But there's a few things that were announced during the time of the beta.
Oh, yeah.
Some new characters.
Yeah, actually, like early Saturday
New
morning.
characters.
New to the game. So there's one of the characters actually is new.
Oh,
yeah.
fine. Fair enough.
So
You got me.
we got some more characters announced. One of them actually being a brand new fighter. Let's see, you said Saturday that was announced?
Yeah, it was announced pretty much like the day.
Hong Kong.
This like never happens.
Well, we've only been here a week,
This,
so
this,
we don't know.
this has not happened in 7 days.
Well, also in 7 days we didn't have an argument outside of our balcony, but that happened earlier.
Oh.
So just
It
saying.
was entertaining.
Cool.
I guess.
I mean, I wasn't here for it. I was doing other stuff. But anyway, so the characters that got announced for anybody who hasn't been following the news on Dragon Ball FighterZ since Saturday are Yamcha,
Woo.
Yeah.
Tenshinhan,
Yay!
or Tien. Not Chaozu though.
Well, he'll be an assist.
I was gonna get to that, but yes.
The creepy little China doll.
Right? Chaozu will be an assist for Tenshinhan.
Does he blow people up?
I hope so.
I hope he
The,
does.
the article
I hope
actually,
you can only use him once per match.
the article actually says he uses his psychic powers to like stop.
Oh,
people in
okay,
place.
that's good because he wasn't really a thing after Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So hopefully.
Well,
so
I also hope when Yamcha gets beaten, he's in his pose where
He like is like dead.
where he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So which basically Tenshinhan his balance is it's mostly pretty balanced, but he's a little low on energy. How much actual energy he has, and Yamcha his balance is basically like super low except for speed. And he's got his,
That makes sense for Yamcha.
his famous moves, his Spirit Ball, his Wolf Fang Fist. Tenshinhan has his, Shinki Koho and all that stuff. And then we have a brand new character, Android 21. actually, she's a female android, and she is part of the story mode, some sort of what-if story mode, along with a resurrected Android 16. Not much is really known yet, but I think Android 21 and 16 look a little bit related.
Well,
like we know, Android 16 is based off, Dr. Guro's son.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we also know that through some of the promo art that I've seen that she is supposed to be as smart as. My brain just shut off.
Dr. Ghetto?
Thank you.
There we go.
Yes. So, there's that also. I will say the first piece of art that I saw was Toriyama art, and I always liked Toriyama art. I do not like this character design at all. I don't like her dress colors. I've never liked the big blocky sort of like color schemes. Not for me.
I think it's super rad.
I don't like it at all.
It's like very current Toriyama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Just wacky all around.
Yeah, I've never I've always liked his character designs, but like sometimes the really wacky kind of like color palettes like get to me. This is not my kind of color palette. I'm not real big on her hair. I like that she has glasses. That's pretty cool. But since everyone has lost their minds over her,
well, actually, I could see you cosplaying as her.
No, I'm good. Thanks though.
I'll do it.
And I'll lend you my glasses.
Okay.
But
I can try it now.
get a big fat wig.
Yeah.
But I will say that since everyone's lost their minds over her and like all the fan art, I prefer almost all the fan art of her over Toriyama's art. That's kind of weird for me.
Yeah, I think just an hour after she was announced, fan art of her on Twitter was just exploding. Like, did you draw that fast?
Okay,
Oh,
so
well,
So, Gabe says, hoping she is a playable character.
That would be super rad.
Yeah. And that, I think, I think she's going to be like a boss character, and it will probably be unlockable as a playable character.
Eventually. That'll be like some DLC or some shit.
Or, play so many matches or that sort of thing. Like unlock
or just unlock her when you're actually playing story mode.
When you beat the story mode at the beginning. That sort of thing. Which makes me think that she might have like a second form or something like that, because if she's gonna be like a boss character, might like beat her and then she's like whoa, and like comes up and turns into some other crazy nonsense and
I just for whatever reason when you did the aristocratic laugh, like it made me think of I don't remember her fucking name, but she was a character in Slayers. And she made up her own god. And she had blue hair, and she was always chasing Lena Inverse around.
Oh, is it Naga?
Is that her name?
The one with the juggly tits?
No, that must be her sister.
Oh, okay.
No, fuck, I don't remember her name, but like she was the daughter of some guy who tried to like take over the next kingdom over, and then like Lena Inverse is basically just like dragon slaved his entire kingdom, and then she was like, I will get my revenge, and she made up like her own evil god that she prayed to. And
was she the bad guy? Was she the bad guy from Slayer's Next?
I think it was Next, because
because
in the first one it was Riz of the Red.
Yeah.
And then in the third one, they were on that Dragon Island or some shit.
I remember.
It was the chick in the second one.
And then she gets married to one of the heroes at the end.
The guy who was chasing after Gowry the whole time.
Yeah.
The swordsman.
Yeah.
I liked that character. He was cool.
Okay.
But that's just, you did that. And maybe, I know that laugh is in like everything, but that's specifically what it made me think.
I was thinking of, there was someone who recently, that laugh came to mind because I was thinking of Eggette. That fan-made theme for Eggette.
Yeah.
Like there was based off of Sonic Mania style music.
Yeah.
And like at the beginning of it, it had that.
It did, yes, it did.
And it was just like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
She's the best.
And I just imagine like Android 21 like knocked out and then like suddenly like getting up and like floating up into the air and like big aura and all this stuff that's like really crazy and.
Since she's a scientist, I feel like she should like drink something.
Maybe.
Like, because she's wearing a coat in some of the fan art. It'd be great if she just like whipped off her coat and like had this gigantic like beaker and just like drank it, and smashed it on the ground, and transformed.
Delicious! I want another. So yeah, but
Our powers are up.
so we got those 3 characters announced, and obviously 16 was already a playable character.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I can't remember. E3 was so long ago.
So long ago.
So
Right?
long ago.
So yeah, there's that. Joining all the other characters that have been announced so far, including Future Trunks. So it looks like there's going to be a very, I don't know, Android Cell Arc sort of themed story mode for this.
Yeah.
I wonder if Boo's going to be involved or whatever. Because usually in these Dragon Ball games where they have like what if stories, they try and shoehorn like every last character into the story. Like I remember Shin Budokai and Shin Budokai 2, like the premises for those games were amazing, but then they're like somewhere along the way they're just kind of like, oh, by the way, we have resurrected Bardock 12 times, and you have to go around the map and fight him all 12 times, and then fight him again because hey, whatever. As opposed to like the arcade mode, where the arcade mode was amazing because you just went from fighting stage to fighting stage against random dudes like you would in an arcade fighting game, and then at the end, whoever you're playing as would have some stupid non-canon whatever reason for entering the Tenkaichi Budokai. Like if you were playing as Bardock, for example, you're just kind of like, oh, cool, now I've got a bunch of money. I don't know what I'm going to do with money, and then flies away. Like I don't know. I don't even remember if that was the ending, but it just seems like something Bardock would do.
No, he would totally use that money as similar as grant money. He can conduct his experiments because he's a super scientist.
He is a super scientist, so he is a moon doctor.
Oh, no, he's a brilliant scientist.
A brilliant moon doctor.
There you go.
So, anyway. But yeah, that's what's going on with Dragon Ball FighterZ right now. Dragon Ball FighterZ drops in February 2018.
It's so far away.
You can get... It is too far away.
I need it now. I'm going through withdrawals already.
You can get it for PS4, Xbox One, Steam, and there is a collector's edition, which is like twice the cost of the regular game, which comes with this Goku statue.
Yeah, I decided to buy it after I got into the beta.
Yeah, I'm sorry not getting the collector's edition.
What? Ryan is what?
I was like, oh, Bandai Namco, I can't stay mad at you.
Like I remember you being all like, I didn't get into the beta, but by the way, there's an advertisement down here for me to get the collector's edition. Like I'll just spend money after you make me mad.
I was like raging so hard on Twitter.
Soon it will be mine, but first I need a PS4.
That's Gabe, right?
And you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time,
Well, I mean,
dude.
you're watching here, so you do have PC, so you can get it on Steam.
Yeah, but it would be cool, Gabe, if you get it on PS4, and then we can invite everyone into our own private Battle Plus lobby so we can play against each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big ideas, Ryan.
Which, by the way, do you? Okay, yeah, I see right here. There's the Discord in the chat. If you're not part of the Discord server yet, go ahead and hop on there because we like to have fun and chat on there. And maybe we can start getting some stuff set up there with the voice as well, getting people invited to games, all kinds of things. You can do game requests for stuff that we want to for stuff you want us to play, or Ryan to play. He's the one doing the streaming, and just chat and shitpost and do all kinds of fun stuff. So,
Shitpost.
Yeah. I don't think I've made a specific area for shitposting yet, but you can just do it in general right now. I'll just make up the rules as things get annoying. But anyway, moving on to our next topic, we're moving into a couple of Nintendo topics, which I've already forgotten one of them. So
Good job.
So wait, now I remember both of them.
Good job.
Awesome. So it just took me a second to connect all of the wires. But yeah, so we have two Nintendo topics for this evening. The first one of which is that Nintendo still doesn't have a virtual console, but they do have some arcade classics heading your way that are first-party Nintendo-based. First up being Mario Bros. Not the Super Mario Bros., but we are getting a version of that.
And the actual arcade one, not the NES part.
Yeah, the arcade versus Super Mario Bros. But there's regular Mario Bros. Where it's single screen and you have to hit the POW block. And I remember we played that at 2084 for an episode of Arcade Edition, which is up on our YouTube channel, and it's probably part of the vodcasts that play on here on Twitch. And I remember you immediately went over and just pow, 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 hit the pow block 3 times. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I didn't know what that was. It's like, no, you're supposed to save that for really bad moments. That you just destroyed it right away. I remember that.
Well, I just like hitting it, and, just seeing the Koopas just flip over.
Yeah, I was trying to actually do well and everything because, like, we were playing it on video, and you were just all like, nope. And
I just learned via Joe recently that when you destroy blocks in Mario Brothers, you're actually destroying the citizens of Toadstool Kingdom.
yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
I did not fucking know
Yeah,
that.
that's the story. Like Bowser.
I had no
Koopa,
idea.
He kidnaps Peach and uses his evil magic to turn most of the Toads into blocks.
So you're like committing murder. Like, it was so funny when I discovered that. The only reason I found that out was because Joe was posting scans because he scans. Yeah, I'm surprised
He
he
scans
hasn't.
everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't scanned like his face like realistically.
Is
Like
it-
NASA hasn't contacted him.
He just scans himself and
Yeah,
all his Mario knowledge into a computer.
Right, just cloning
So,
himself. And
Joe's also one of our regular listeners, and he gets shouted out to all the time.
He does, but so he was like, he posted some pictures of it and was all like, "Oh, it really is hilarious to me when people like see this and they're like, what do you mean you're killing off the people of Toadstool Kingdom?" And I'm like, or Mushroom Kingdom, Toadstool Kingdom. And
I knew what you meant.
yeah, and
Fake fan.
and I was all like, oh, that, haha, that's really interesting. And then I'm looking at it, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh my god, you're just committing mass murder in that
Blew
game.
your mind.
I had no clue. I didn't have a
Mario
clue.
the
Somebody said
murderer.
something.
So, like, for the ones that have coins in them, like, are you
Robbing? You're mugging them. You're mugging them, and then you're murdering them
so
in front of their families.
Wait, are we grave robbing then?
No, because they're totally, they just turn into blocks.
So what does that mean? What does that mean then? Like, if you're playing like New Super Mario Brothers, where you can do the butt stomp, and there's a block on the ground, like a coin block on the ground, and you butt stomp it repeatedly to get like 10 coins. Like you're just like like right on top of that.
That's some hardcore teabagging right there.
Right? Or you know, something like that's just
Something.
like Mario's in the mood for something right there. Some hard mushroom head. And
Acid. It's a bitch.
And yeah, but
I didn't know that.
So yeah, so if you have a Switch and you want to start downloading some stuff, they're gonna have a lot of things. They're gonna have the arcade version of Punch Out, the wireframe looking one.
Yeah, which has never come out to any console.
No. They're gonna have like versus Super Mario Brothers versus Kid Icarus. I think it was Kid Icarus.
Oh no, I don't think it's versus Kid Icarus. Oh, Urban Champion.
Urban Champion, Excite Bike, all kinds of really cool stuff that's going to be right there, and you'll be able to download them on Nintendo's like little game shop. I'm still kind of like, why isn't there a virtual console yet? But that probably has something to do with how their online service is going to kind of come out in 2018, and we'll see how that happens.
And all these arcade games will cost $19.99 each.
What?
No, just kidding.
How much are they going to cost?
I have no idea.
Well, yeah,
I assume
pricing hasn't been announced.
But
yet.
I assume they're going to be at least maybe $5. Or
I mean, 5 isn't bad.
Yeah.
Like 5 a piece. Like that's what I paid for those kind of games
Okay.
on the Wii.
Things have been said, I think.
First PS4, and such a twisted detail left forgotten in the history of Mario, says Gabe, regarding what we were talking about earlier with the Mario blocks. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that as a kid. Like,
Yeah, me
that's
neither.
even in the American instruction booklet. And like,
I don't.
read the instruction booklet.
I never remember that either.
I don't remember that. I didn't remember that part. Like, it was just something that I just kind of like glossed over and just like, haha, murder. So
America.
Just say it like.
I'm liberating them. So.
Let's see. Looking forward to Arcade Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo
Oh wait, yeah.
releases it.
I heard Arcade Donkey Kong actually wasn't announced, and it doesn't make sense because that's the game that put Nintendo on the map back in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that then.
Yeah.
Like, that's really weird that they wouldn't announce
that
it.
has to be.
So,
one of those.
every time Donkey Kong gets mentioned, I remember when there was a conversation when Rare was bought.
Yeah.
And, like, it was bought by Microsoft, right? And apparently some Microsoft people were, like, going into, like, Rare's offices and taking a look, and there's, like, pictures and stuff of, like, some of their famous titles and everything. And one of the business guys, you know, who really doesn't know anything about games, he's just like, ha ha, money! All of you do the work.
Ha ha, money.
Apparently it was like, he pointed at Donkey Kong Country, and he's like, we own those guys too now, right? So, like, every time Donkey Kong gets brought up, like, and I never mentioned that, like, that's actually a thing. But that was a conversation that apparently happened. But yes, Donkey Kong needs to, which, by the way, when I get around to start streaming on this channel, one of the things I want to play is the Game Boy Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah. The Game Boy.
Which plays like the first 4 levels of Donkey Kong, but then like it goes into like 100 other levels of amazingness, and Mario can do backflips and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I was actually playing that on my 3DS the other day.
Yeah, like I wanna play that like for the stream. You should probably do it too.
Yeah.
Like, if you know. So yeah. Does Shigeru Miyamoto still think Donkey Kong won't be as good as Mario? I don't know, Gabe.
Let me just call him up real quick.
Hey, Shiggy. But yeah, I mean, maybe Mario, you know, a little bit more brand recognizable, but still, like, I don't know what their logic is there. We know Nintendo has some weird logic sometimes, and that brings us into our next and final topic for the evening for news segments, and that is Nintendo in their production of NES Minis and SNES Minis.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, like
Weird logic decisions. Now, Nintendo had stated before, I'm trying to look at the camera, not the microphone. I look at the microphone because normally, like, we're doing this just audio, so I'm just like, hey, microphone, you're my audience. But
it was our first time.
Right? And so Nintendo stopped producing the NES Mini while people were still really wanting it, and according to a lack of resources. But
that's hilarious. Nintendo having a lack of resources is like, I don't know, me having a lack of breathable air.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's like some sort of weird element that's like in Nintendo consoles.
Unobtainium?
I was going to call it Nintanium.
Nintanium.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
Nintendonium. 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 Like there's like a processor in there that's made of Nintendonium, and like it takes a while to, like, I don't know, make it with.
Yeah, like I heard there were rumors, like, you know, like parts for the Nintendo Switch were a little like difficult to get.
So, you know, maybe something like that. But I don't know, with the I don't know, the official Nintendo RetroPie. You know, just like, not sure there. But early next year, Nintendo is supposed to be bringing back the NES Mini, or was it supposed to be late this year?
No, 2018.
2018,
yeah, next year.
So next year, they're planning on bringing that back. So if you didn't get one before, you will be able to get one. So hold off on that eBay scalping prices if you're still trying to get one for some reason and haven't just gone back to emulating from your PC or smartphone.
Or if you're not my buddy June, who just randomly walks into the grocery store to go get something and then get distracted and looking at video games, and there's one sitting on the shelf.
Holy crap.
I guess I'm going to buy it.
That's kind of how I got a Wii, except for like somebody else was shopping and they're like, hey Josh, I know you're looking for a Wii. And then I went to Walmart and I got it.
Yeah, like they were just doing their weekly grocery shopping, and they kind of wandered into the electronics section, and it was just kind of sitting there all by its lonesome, and it wasn't like it was sitting at the very edge and
ready to go,
and he was just like, mine.
Well, I got mine from Best Buy last year. Online, but I've never seen one just sitting in the wild. You know,
it was like awesome. just popped up in the wild.
But not too long from now, you'll be able to find one in the wild as well, according to Nintendo. We don't know how true that'll be, but we'll see.
And also they're making more SNES Minis, right?
Exactly. In addition to that, the SNES Mini, which is coming out, September 29th?
Yeah, I think a week from Friday, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the Famicom,
my credit card.
the Super Famicom is supposed to be in like early October, and the late September is the Super NES. Which you managed to get all 3 versions of, apparently.
I got all 3 versions, and I got all 3 versions, and I actually have 2 US SNES Minis for pre-order, which I shall be giving you as a birthday present.
Oh wow!
Hey.
I waited till we were live on air to announce that, so I could say fuck the scalpers, because I'm a cool guy, and it was Josh's birthday, so we're gonna give him some awesome shit.
So and
Reggie says, please don't. please don't buy from the scalpers. You should be able to walk in and buy one.
Yeah, because apparently they are on launch day going to have more SNES Minis produced than the entirety of the NES Minis produced in 2016. So, like,
Let's hope.
There's going to be, like, no.
Oh, come on. I was going to say 17.
17. Well,
Because there was 13.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 17. 17 units will be available for on launch day. So if you want one, you'll still have to fight somebody for it. But no, Nintendo is trying to
sharpen your spears and light your torches.
Yeah, you're going to go murder some people for this. But yeah, they're supposedly supposed to be much easier to get. As we know, the online pre-orders...
I don't know about there being more than 20. I mean, I think 20 is a little optimistic.
Well, they're online pre-orders, and a lot of store pre-orders dried up real quick.
Last week before I was going to broadcast on Twitch, like I saw like a tweet from Cheap Ass Gamer saying, "Oh hey, the Super Famicom Mini is on Amazon Japan." And I was like, "Oh crap!" So I grabbed it, but I actually didn't know it. I didn't know it came with. I got a special bundle that came with a free AC adapter.
Ooh.
So we were like, "Whoa!"
Then
after 5 minutes later, it was gone.
So, yeah. Oh, also, I tweeted to you and Joe recently a carrying case for the SNES Mini. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I definitely got the It's actually manufactured by our pals at PDP, but I decided to buy it anyways.
So, they're our pals. What we're talking about there is it's like a carrying case that's like Super Nintendo gray and purple, and when you open it up, it's like foam, like the same kind of foam that like for like a gun case or something, like if you're carrying like a gun.
Oh yeah.
But it's like carved out to like hold the SNES Mini.
That's so funny.
Oh hey John, how's it going?
John, what's up?
Hi.
Hey. Yep, there's John, aka BoobTube Gaming, who is another one of our moderators. If you have the sword icon,
watching into the live version right now, watching it.
Watching
Get to listen to all of our mistakes before she cuts them out for the audio version.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna cut out like the beginning when the audio was all fucked up. But
Yeah.
other than that, I might just like
slap it up.
Yeah, just slap it up.
Slap
Just cut it in the pieces we need, and without like hardcore editing it.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. It depends. Maybe my job just got a lot easier. I'm okay with that.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not gonna complain.
And then like.
Aw, Crystal's being so cute over there. I'm sorry.
Closed up. It's actually like on the front. You can actually have like the picture art for like for some of the game cases, like Super Mario Brothers, Starbox 2, and I think there was like one or two others. But I remember Joe said he got one simply because it had Mario on it. So that's not a surprise.
Also, no Frank tonight. He has work in the morning, so he just went to bed. He was just like, "Oh, you're doing a new thing with the live stuff. That's cool. Let me know when you work that out." And I was just like, "I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all."
Yeah, like he has to like work like really early in the morning.
Yeah, he has to be at work usually at like 3 a.m.
3, yeah.
Yeah. So and it's like over here, it's like 8:30 at night now. So
He probably ate one of his gummies, so
Oh yeah, the melatonin.
Yeah, the melatonin.
Right. So yeah. SNES Mini, you should be able to get it. The NES Mini, early next year, you should actually.
Yeah, because most likely Reggie, had to bust a couple of heads at Nintendo Japan saying, "This prints money, make more."
Or somebody at
actually.
Nintendo finally was like, "You know what? This prints money.
Let's make more." But still, I'm just kind of like, why not a virtual console? But still, these are pretty neat, and thank you for getting me one.
Yeah, no problem,
So,
man.
yeah.
Because I just want to say, fuck the scalpers. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck.
So, because of how you're going to be editing this and stuff like that, like, I gotta wonder if you, like, maybe want to put these, like, if you just want to make these snippets yourself and, like, put it as part of the podcast also,
maybe.
Or, throw them up, all like, little portions of it up on YouTube. I don't know how we're going to do that. We're still sort of figuring it out as we go. This is the first live version of this we've done. We've been talking about it since we were going to do a podcast, like 2 apartments ago.
And that apartment had shitty internet. There was no way it was going to happen.
Yeah,
right, yeah. So, and then the other one had good internet, but really bad
Acoustics. It was
Acoustics.
awful.
And this one's got better acoustics, but we can still work on it.
Because carpet.
Yeah.
Carpet.
Plus we got this box here that has the microphone in it and egg crates and stuff. So, yeah, but that is our final topic for the evening. That is our final topic for this week's podcast, which, as you can see, gets recorded on Tuesdays and it gets published on Thursdays.
So you guys got to see and hear it early.
Yay!
But we'll leave an archived version of this up on Twitch in case some people have missed it. I would say maybe edit out that part at the beginning where like it was all echoey and stuff.
Yeah, the audio was all messed up.
Before really, publishing that archive and making it part of the podcast.
Right.
But just cut that part out and then just let it run from there. And for everybody who watches us on YouTube, this will go up on Thursday as just audio, and all the snippets will come out in the following days after, leading up to our next podcast. If you're watching here on Twitch, then you will be able to find this as part of our podcast and as part of our saved uploaded videos. And if you're just a regular listener type person who listens to the podcast on a smart device or whatever, then hey, rad, you're going to get a slightly cleaned up version of this on Thursday.
You're welcome.
So, yes, like some of the background noise and crap will be, cut out and whatever.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. We'll try and make it cleaner for the live version as we go, as we learn more about this, and as we start taking advantage of multiple camera angles and all kinds of stuff. So, anywho, for everyone who has joined us tonight live, thank you very much. We love that you're here. We got a new follower out of it tonight. That's great. If you want to catch us, Ryan, where can our new people and our regulars catch us in other places?
All right, so if you want to learn more about us and Battle Geek Plus, you can go to our website at battlegeekplus.com, which is our main hub.
That's like up here somewhere now, right? On this thing right over here.
Oh yeah, it's up. Hold on.
Along the top.
It's along the top.
Something
Wait, actually, it's not up there.
It's not up there?
I shall probably put that later.
You should probably
Ryan will fix that.
So, battlegeekplus.com.
Yeah.
That's our hub website.
Yeah,
What's it do?
that's our hub website. It has links to all of our social media, and it has embedded links to our Twitch, our YouTube, and our podcast, and our Instagram. So, and a description of who we work with. We work with Channel Awesome, we work with Elgato, we work with PDP. And speaking of PDP, we got some cool things to show off for you guys.
Oh yeah, they've been sending us stuff.
Yep.
These are Pixel Pals.
Hooray!
They're a little hard to see because we're so far away, but they're little pixelated kind of chibi versions of various game and pop culture characters. They're pretty cool because they not only do they light up, but you can actually kind of daisy chain them together in order to have this whole light up thing going on. We're going to try and find a way to display them somehow.
Yeah.
This week we didn't really get
Cat
it.
shelves, they'll be knocking them off.
Yeah, exactly. But we got these right here. We've been getting them from PDP to show off. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks,
PDP
PDP.
loves sending us stuff, controllers and things like this.
Hey, PDP, I want a ratchet. That's what I really want. That's what I want. Send me a ratchet, please.
Oh yeah, actually, John asked.
I'm just glad that I got Hot Ryu.
John asked if we were going to have guests on future episodes.
As we start working out the tech to make that happen, like maybe pop it in, like making one of the audio sources like Discord chat or something like that, we'll be able to start having guests on the show. The reason we haven't so far is just because of technical limitations. So as we learn and grow with this, then cool. We'd like to have a lot of people as guests, including yourself, John. Because we've been a guest on your thing.
You be guest number one, John. Don't worry about it.
You can be a guest on
next
our
time you're over, just come on.
So, but yeah, we'll try and get that set up. If for some reason you know technologically how that works, you should probably send us that information. That way we can start experimenting with it.
Actually, who I want as a guest, I want Joe as a guest.
Joe? Yeah. Well, John would be a good guest,
Yeah.
especially with that thing we did for him with the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Finally.
Right?
Yeah, and maybe one of these days, if we can work it out, I can get Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic, on too.
That would be pretty cool. We could start getting a lot of cool guest type people.
Yeah,
maybe get Spicy on.
Yeah, Spicy would be awesome.
he would be pretty rad to bring on. So yeah, let's.
Or maybe, well, I know he's been doing a lot of guest appearances. Maybe Mike Vegito EX Labrie.
That would be pretty cool too. He knows a lot
From
about gaming, especially Dragon Ball gaming, like and Final Fantasy. He's a big Final Fantasy fan also, so that would be pretty cool. So
so if you have any like suggestions for guests that we could possibly get, just let us know. I doubt we can get Angry Video Game Nerd, our Markiplier.
Yeah, well, let's just take it as it comes. Let's just
Ryan, you're like acting as if we're already at their level, and we can just bring them up and be like, hey, you wanna do a guest spot, buddy, pal, old friend? Let's get some tea afterwards. We'll sit with Mother Nature and have a fruitcake.
What's up, PewDiePie? Oh, you're in trouble right now. Sorry about
that. Nobody gives a shit about PewDiePie anyway. God, I hate that guy.
I mean, they do when he says racist stuff on streams.
Well,
but,
I could never stand it. No, just it's awful.
Well, anyways, you can also find us on youtube.com/BattleGeek+, where we put all our review videos, our sketch videos, our Let's Play videos, and the audio versions of this podcast, which pretty much tell you to watch it here now.
So which by the way, a lot of that stuff is kind of on our schedule for the podcast. So if you just want to come in and kind of zone out and watch some of those reviews and stuff like that, we have those playing. How often?
Right now, I'm just kind of playing a whole bunch of random ones, since it actually took me like over a week to get the majority of them uploaded. But now I just started having regular vodcasts. Actually, probably 24 hours from now, I'm gonna re-air this as a vodcast. Okay. So for people who missed it. And then on Tuesdays, when I release Awesome Video Game Memories, I'll have the newest one as a podcast, along with a whole bunch of older episodes, probably with some skits too.
Oh, okay, rad.
And also, you can watch us play games on twitch.tv/BattleGeek+, where you're actually watching this podcast. Right now, I am playing games every Friday and Saturday. This weekend, I am playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is basically Dragon Ball FighterZ Lite. And it should be at my apartment right now, since I got it from Amazon. And hopefully, we will do another live podcast here next week. Hopefully. And then hopefully we will also get, the rest of the BattleGeek Plus crew to play on Twitch.
That's what happened. Okay,
so chat froze.
Our chat froze.
Okay.
So we're missing a couple of things here and there.
Oh, that's
I saw that John said that we should just start with people we know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Work up the list. Let's see.
That's what we want to do.
Great stuff, guys. Miss you guys during the hiatus. Catch you next time.
Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And so we got our Twitch streams, we got our Twitch podcast, we got our regular YouTube content we've been doing for years, we got the podcast we've been doing for a while, which now there's a live version, which will be re-airing in 24 hours.
Yep.
And lots of room to grow. So lots of really cool stuff, lots of crazy changes going on, and
and also hopefully we could open it to audience questions too.
Exactly. I would like to do that. Take advantage also of Discord more. Our Discord link has been popping up in the little chat, probably over this way. Yeah. So
right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Or actually, I think right.
This is the Discord.
This.
Yeah.
This Discord.
This is Discord.
Well, but
it causes people to lose concentration.
But the link might pop up here.
Yeah. So check out the Discord and hop on there, do some chatting, send us some requests and stuff like that. You can also do that on our Twitter at BattleGeek Plus.
Yeah, and hashtag Waxing Pixels.
Hashtag Waxing Pixels.
It's up here, I think.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know.
Something. Nobody knows. Ryan has no clue. He needs to do something with that.
We've got some cool stuff that we're working on. Even before we started broadcasting this evening, we were just kind of like, hey, here's an idea, here's a thing, here's a cool thing. So, which Ryan will be working on, we can experiment with more. Coming up in the, that was a really punch out right there. Coming up more in the upcoming episodes. I
win.
K.O. Japan.
Hey, and there's the
right there.
There's the Discord server.
All right. So also we plan, once we get this set up just a little bit better, after our podcasts, we can do a little bit of video gaming live here while we're all here.
Yay.
So we're going to try and get that going as well.
Yeah, because next year in February, we're just going to be playing DragonBall FighterZ
I'm
all day, dog.
It's going to be
everywhere.
this is going to be
Which is true.
All over the place.
This is going to be Dragon Geek FighterZ Plus. Is pretty much what this whole.
And make sure you play with us.
Yeah, make sure you play with us. That just sounded really creepy.
Come play with us.
I got Dragon Ball FighterZ down here.
Yeah. Get red balloons.
I'm going down, going down.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Now you're going to get to watch us awkwardly try and stop this broadcast since there's a chat window partially in the way. So we will catch you next time. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
And hopefully Frank is back next week.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, maybe. Don't worry, you got time to get that PS4.
You got time.
You got time,
Gabe.
man.
You got time.
Save up that money, honey.
Save up that Christmas money.
Bye.